Do you have a 1999 Ford Super Duty truck with this style of cup holder, and you're tired of your hot coffee or any kind of tall drink just falling out like so anytime you take a turn with the truck? Stay tuned. We'll show you a quick little upgrade here that will make your life a lot better, and you won't have to keep holding the cups while going around turns. Okay, so going into it, just like a Wawa coffee cup right there, showing that there's really nothing keeping this from flipping over sideways. I have a 99 Super Duty. My dad has a 2000 Super Duty, and his had an upgraded cup holder that keeps any kind of drinks from falling over anytime you make a left or a right hand turn. I've made plenty of messes in this truck my whole time having it. So I got an upgrade here from Amazon, and let's see, it's called Apperfit is the name of the brand. Had high reviews. Because the truck's a 99, 26 years old at the time of this recording, I decided to go with a dark gray, like the upper part of the dash, rather than the light gray, because it was very unlikely that this would match with all the sun exposure. So here's the new one right here, so you can see how it all works. So the first part with the old one is you got to take the old one, it just pulls right out pretty much. If not, you can fiddle around with some tabs and tangs. But the main thing that's throwing me off is there's a track right here. So 2 screws, these are M7s metric. So that will come off here in a second, and you can see right here that same feature right there and on the other side. So this new metal piece needs to go in and replace this piece right here. So we'll get that going here in a second. Just showing the little wrench going directly on there. Flip it around. Just back these screws out, and then we're going to replace the other part here. Alright, digging into the layers deeper. Let's see here. If I get the light just pointed right, there's 2 more M7s on the top of this thing. So if you try to pull it out with just these 2 front 2, that's not enough. You'll have to get these out. And going into it, you can see they're right there and there on the new one. Additional helpful hint, this ashtray, I just use it as a extra coin holder. It will pull out underneath, gives you a little more access to these 2 bolts underneath while you go. Alright, another thing that will help you get access to the 2 bolts underneath is taking the ashtray out. Right here, it just pulls right out. I use it for a coin holder. And then there is this bracket that holds it on. It goes on with the same M7 bolts. Just keeping the bolts there to the side. And that will give you better access right here. You can use like a knuckle driver if you want, or wouldn't go too much torque on it, but just gives you better access to this bolt right here. The 2 of them, I should say. Okay, get this just right. You can see I can put my hand through the ashtray hole, and I'm turning the screw right there. Put it down on the carpet. And now, if I did it right, yes, this whole thing's loose. So let's see here. Apologies for the lighting. I'm in lovely Florida where it gets really hot, so it's best to do this stuff at night. There we go. Old one is out, so we just reverse the process to put the new one in. Going into the removal of the tray, everything's upside down right now. So we got, let's see if we can get the light just right. This guy right here and here, engage right here and here. So you got to pull this plastic up, and it's like an over center deal. And this allows you to get this tray free. And then you'll have line of sight to get the bolts in. Okay, the new support bracket is in. Looks like the holes line up. I think I'm gonna go get an extension to go get these other bolts in. That's gonna be tricky to do with this little plastic slider in there. Okay, getting into it. Honestly, it's just worth it to get a cordless drill with the proper connections and all that stuff. So there's that. Maybe hand tighten it for the last little bit. So yeah, get that guy on there. And there's that. We'll get to the bottom ones here in a second. Okay, here's the set with the drill going through the ashtray hole. There's all that. Here's the second one going. There it is. I'm doing the final hand tightening with the extension. I wouldn't go too crazy. Let's see, got it right there. Again, these are like plate nuts going into really old plastic and stuff, so I wouldn't go too tight with it. There's that under one. That'd be really fun to find that if it wasn't for the original one being so open. I'm gonna call that good. All right, so there's all that. And then we got, let's see here. And it comes out my handy dandy Wawa coffee cup. And switch to better lighting. There we go. So there you can see right there. Hopefully this will work a lot better. This is a lot more like the one that the 2000 Fords have. But everything's in. It shuts, it fits. It's a darker color, it matches this. Again, they offer it in a light gray, but it's your choice if you want to get that. This particular trim style and possibly have a mismatch in color. Remaining is just reversing the process for this ashtray hole in the bottom. Ashtray installation, so all 4 bolts are loosely positioned. Going through those right now. And last one. There's everybody. Getting this thing lined up. There it is. So you can do some puffing, smokes and stuff right there if you wanted, or your change. So that's how that works. And then you got, of course, your new fancy cup holder right there. So there it is, a nighttime installation of a 99 Ford F-250 cup holder upgrade. Hopefully this will help you figure out how to do it, know what to look for. You definitely don't want to just take the old one out and try to slam it in, because the track is different. This little track metal piece that goes inside, and again it goes on with 4 bolts showing right there, and then those 2 slotted holes from underneath. And again, you'd want to recap, take out the ashtray, like pull all the way out, take the metal frame out, that gives you access to underneath. Use extensions, everything 7 millimeters, and then also use like a cordless drill just to speed it up. So that's everything involved. Alright, doing a real world test with the cup holder, driving right now, going around a curve and stuff. Here we got a full water bottle, 20 ounce Sam's Club bottle, and a new soda can. So just taking some turns. We're testing it out. Come across the corner here. Hey, it's staying in there. So if this would have been the old cup holder setup in this Super Duty truck, both bottles would have been on the ground by now. So it definitely works and fixes the problem. So yeah, if you're interested, check out the link in the description below, and hopefully the video showed you how everything you need to know how to get this thing in there. Best of luck.